What's up guys and welcome back to another replay cast. Today's game is between Flash and Soulkey. We're on DeJa Vu. This is a practice game from November 24, so played a little while ago. Flash still using his, my personal favorite of his, Flash Wicked Wicked Man alias, and he's playing in this kind of cool off pink color. And Soulkey is playing in grey, I want to say. It doesn't look black. It's going to be fun to sort of figure this all out on this terrain. But so generally speaking, if the game is used map settings, it's used as part of a competition or show matches, pro league, stuff like that. When it's top versus bottom, it's very often the latter. And when it's melee, which is what we have now, it's usually just two players that are friends on Battle.net that are practicing against each other. So this is one of those games. It's actually quite fun to find the practice games of the players. They're testing out new builds, doing wicked things. Sometimes they'll do this on stream. So they'll have a show match amongst themselves. And I have found a fair few show matches between these two under this alias around this time. So October and November of 2024. And the idea is just to build out a little bit of a rivalry. So I'm wanting to try and compile playlists of great rivals and matches between all of the best Korean pros. So Flash versus Soulkey is one that I've done a couple of games in already and am really enjoying this rivalry. I'll obviously build out a few other rivals as I go along. But what you can look forward to on the channel is lots and lots of matches between really well matched opponents. And it should tell a story over time as to who's got the edge, you know, in the rivalry when you've got 10, 20, 30 games between two players. And the goal is to just try and cherry pick some of the absolute best games that you can find. So that's the goal. That's what we're trying to do. Flash here starting with this forward wall in with his Rex. And, ooh, that popped out just on the wrong side there. That was actually pretty lucky, but it worked out okay. So yeah, guys, I just want to say thanks so much for the swelling of support and engagement, likes, etc. on the videos recently. It's been really very much appreciated. If you enjoy what you see today and you just love high quality Broodwar, please do consider subscribing to the channel. We're trying to get to 2,000 subs before the end of the year. Our original goal was 1,000 and we got there pretty quickly. So we now want to keep going and growing. So our next goal is to get to 2,000 before the end of 2026. So if you do subscribe, then I just want to say thanks very much in advance and welcome to the tribe. Alrighty, so pretty standard stuff so far. The two games that I've done fairly recently of these two players, Flash played mech in both of them. So part of me now is curious to see what we're going to get here. Looks like another barrack. So he's going to go with an SK Terran type style. Also sending a few Marines across the map here, being a little bit aggressive. Soulkey's not expecting this. This could be a problem for him. He needs a sunken yesterday, bro. Hello. Here we go. So Flash is going to move in here. Uh-oh. Not good. No sunkens. No sunkens, no future. Never mind. Apparently it's all good. Just 6 lings versus 4 marines with some decent micro will more than do the job apparently. So now we know. Second castle on the way, spire along the way, lair completes. So all very normal stuff in Zergland. And our lings are now moving across the map, doing lingy things. So Flash just pumping out Marines non-stop here, making an academy. Funny, I recently did the series, the 2010 World Cyber Games semi-final, Flash versus Jaedong. It was a famous best of 3. And in that game, Flash did the eBay +1 rush twice. And it's so funny now in 2024, so 8 years later, that build has really gone totally out of fashion. The forward racks wall in, the academy before everything, you know, is become the fashion. So it's always interesting and always fun to see how the builds and the meta has evolved. Even when it's being adapted by the same players. And Flash is obviously credited with inventing quite a lot of builds himself, right? So oopsie, I meant to click on Soulkey, so I'm sorry about that. So he scans the main, saw the lair and that. And so for him to be a inventor of builds and an adapter himself, it makes sense. Obviously the best players in the world will study, and because of the sheer volume of games that they play, they'll look at what works and what doesn't work. So scans the natural, sees the spire, and the first mutas flying out. So marine medics are on the way. Soulkey's got his first few mutas on the map. Nice pick off so far. And looks to dive in here, but there's a bunker, which I think makes that probably a little bit of a suboptimal option. Flash feeling confident enough to move out here. Trying to see if he's going to surround. He seems kind of keen to surround. How many meters are here? I think he wants to try and hit it with the lings as well. There's just not enough bio here. Surely he's going to jump on this. No, he doesn't. Wow, okay. No, he dives in. I saw it coming. He just had the numbers. Flash is still ahead on supply. Scan the natural again this time. I beg your pardon, he didn't. He scanned the third. And he found the Hydra Desk and the Queen's Nest. So this was the location that he scanned. So now he knows exactly where Soulkey's bases are and his intentions with his tech tree. He's made a factory, making a starport. So he wants to get vessels into the game to neutralize these mutas as soon as he can. Oh, really good muta here. Micro and the lings helping out a lot. Flash moving into a pretty shitty predicament. Good muta play from Soulkey. So he just scans the main and the natural again. Same I've been working on, guys, is just working on my where is the Terran player scanning. So if you're getting the information that you want from that, please let me know. It's I attribute that to feedback I've been getting. So 2 things I've changed as a result of feedback. 1, I'm keeping this panel up much longer during the games to try and give you guys visibility on the upgrades. And number 2, I'm trying my utmost to see every time the Terran player scans what they saw. And this is stuff I would never have learned or adjusted to do if I didn't get the feedback that I do get. So, as always, much appreciated the constructive criticism and feedback that you guys give me in the comments. I really do value it. And I bank content, so I do usually about a month of content in advance. So if you tell me something today, I will change it, but you'll see it'll take about 3 to 4 weeks before it impacts the games. But I do always listen, and I do value the input. So thanks again, guys. Just scans to see what the army's doing. Scanned up here randomly enough. Oh no, you didn't. Sorry, that's just the Overlord's view. My bad. Where are you scanning now? The Loikas are here. I do not like the future of... Oh my god, Valkyries! Let's go! Look at these lurkers running away. Oh, this is a wicked one. Dang. Run, baby, run! Veronica the Valkyrie has arrived. I don't think he's got enough, though. Yeah, this Valkyrie's gonna go down. Not without some reinforcements, though. What a fun game this has been. It's crazy. So you can see on the mini-map, these are the areas that he scanned. Seems to be keen to move in here. I don't know if he has the critical mass to do so. It's a lot of lurkers. So this is kind of the zoom out. More units on the way. Flash seems to be pretty committed to like a 2-base all in here. Guess he doesn't have to move in right yet. He's also bringing in some dropships, some Valkyries. What a funky composition this is. Alright, I have to keep an eye on what he's sending where. The Valkyries kind of give themselves away. He spotted this so quickly, bro. Oh my god. And he had time to throw up in a 12-minute Dark Swarm. The dropships evaporated, as did all the units. Oh my god. Turbo busto, that one. Volks are still just chilling here. Soulkey doesn't have Scourge at this stage. Getting crackling as well. His hive timing here is really, really quick. Scourge have arrived though. And I think he's going to be able to pick off the Valkyrie. Uh-oh, watch out for the lurkers. Does retreat. Flash here also just sending in a very like purposeful looking line of Marines. Not too sure what these chaps are doing. Just scouting and probably picking off bases that he's thinking Soulkey might have? What are you firing at? I don't understand what's happening. This could well be crackling power. Yep, the crackling upgrade is complete, making more defilers. Raw, raw, raw. No, it's still a slow attack. Okay, so I don't know whatever that was attacked, but it's finally stopped. Oof. 117 plays 114. This game has been very, very tight all the way along. Oh, what a magnificent plague. Those medics are going to have to spend their time poking like mad here. Wonderful, you got 4 irradiates off all of these lurkers. Dang, bro. So quick. Such an agonizing sound, hey, the death of Marine. I'm gonna get a bit of a surround here. Oh, replay just glitched. Hilarious. Siege tanks have now made themselves known in the game. His Hydra shouldn't perform too well here. Oh, we missed a drop. Oh dear. Didn't get much done though. That was very, very well read and anticipated by Soulkey. It's been a busy, busy, busy game. Two one on our... So +2 carapace is the name of the game. 2-1 on our infantry units. And Soulkey now seems to be emptying out the house. I think he's going to go here. Expanding, looking to expand down here as well. To a 4th base location. Flash has taken a 3rd, and that's up and running nicely. And Flash seems to want to push this position. And Soulkey seems to think it's time to dive on these siege tanks. Thinks better of that. Is Flash gonna go? No, no, no. Alright, well that's the end of those guys. Oh, and the plague as well. Beautifully done. When they're plagued, it's just one touch and they are gone. Jumping on top of our line of tanks here. A bit of an anticlimactic ending, I must say. But a very, very strong showing by Soulkey in this one. I think he kind of had the game under control the entire time. So Flash saw this base established, realized it's going to be very tough for him to break up there. And holding his 3rd base, which was what was under threat now from Soulkey, was not going to happen. Admittedly, it is a practice game, so they perhaps don't grind it out like you would in a tournament. But I'm really enjoying building up this rivalry and profiling these two playing against each other at different points in time. They really do have awesome games. This one was no different. A beautiful ebb and flow, a lot of fun. Unbelievable hive tech timing in this game from Soulkey, which is what I think gave him a huge edge. And yeah, some great early trades, unbelievable Bermuda play, and a really good game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.